Yes. Let us start with the Sadguru Mandaram. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Tvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nityanandam, and welcome everyone for this session. So the main aim of this session is to share about the significance of the 9 nights starting from tonight. For the next 9 nights is considered to be the most significant and most auspicious 9 nights of the year. How can we benefit the maximum from it? That's the main aim of this session. And I'll start with sharing the significance of Devi worship during the Navaratri. Navaratri is a time where divine feminine consciousness, Devi Parashakti, is available to us as the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. These 9 nights, the special door opens for all of us to experience that consciousness. A special possibility opens for us. Navaratri is the time where boundaryless, experientially possible consciousness is available for all of us on these Navaratri days. And the way the consciousness is available for us to experience, explore, is in the form of an awakened intelligence. What is awakened intelligence? Intelligence functioning from the space of completion and operating from the space of oneness. And the way the consciousness is awakened intelligence, right? See, there are many intelligent people in the world, but the intelligence operating from the space of completion and oneness, Swamiji is the best example for that. So that is awakened intelligence. Now in these 9 days, Durga Devi, Parashakti, is so powerfully available. She comes down from Kailasa. She literally comes down, visits our houses, accepts our respects, our worship, and celebrates with us, accepts everything that is offered, and she is happy. Celebrate in your houses by doing the Kalasha Stapana wherever you are. Now, if you have the deity of Devi Parashakti, that's great. You can do the Kalasha Stapana. But even if you do not have the deity, you can just do the Kalasha Stapana and invoke Devi Parashakti in the form of the Kalasha in the Kalasha. So even if you can't do an elaborate puja or you don't know how to do an elaborate puja, at least you can do the Kalasha Stapana and offer some fruits, sweets, and celebrate Devi's presence. Now, how do we do the Kalasha Stapana? And there is a picture of the Kalasha. So you basically take a pot. It can be a silver, brass, or a copper pot. Fill the pot with water and put like a coin, like a $quarter coin in the pot, and take mango leaves. The end of the mango leaf, which is attached to the tree, that end should go in the water and the other end should be outside. Keep a coconut on the top, and the tip of the coconut, what we call as the jute part of it, comes on the top. And you can put a cloth and then put a flower garland. If you do not have a flower garland, you can offer some flowers, just loose flowers, and put a tilak on the kalasha and also on the coconut. You can put the tilak with sandalwood, and on top of that put kumkum, or turmeric, and on top of that you can put the kumkum. So this kalasha represents the presence of Devi Parashakti over these 9 days, and after the Vijayadashami on the 26th, after the 26th, you can remove the kalasha. You can sprinkle that energized water all over your house, and you can even take bath in it. Now, Navaratri is the 9 days of life with possibility. Whenever you understand it is possible, you become Shakti, you become powerful. So constantly be in the space of Shakti. It is possible. It is possible. So Navaratri is those 9 days where you hold this powerful cognition. Yes, it is possible. Navaratri is the time where you can complete with all your incompletions, especially the incompletion about incompletions. So Navaratri is the time for that. It is the space for that and the energy for that. Now, in the Vedic tradition, there are two shlokas that directly lead you to enlightenment. And both of these shlokas have 700 verses. One is the Bhagavad Gita, which teaches the ultimate truth. And the second is the Chandi. Chandi is phonetically important. Means even the sound of Chandi is so important. So that is why just listening or reciting Chandi can lead you to enlightenment. Even if you do not understand what those verses mean, just by listening to it, just by reciting it, it can lead you to enlightenment. Swamiji has said that Chandi chanting is a sound-based technique. Chandi is the ultimate sound vibration. When you recite, you can feel inside your body the creativity getting expressed and the sacred feminine getting awakened. The Devi who resides in you in the form of creativity gets awakened just by the chanting of Chandi. The whole body feels the intense energy. Now, during this Navaratri, please chant Chandi. Even if you cannot offer the Homa or perform the Homa, just at least do the Chandi chanting. It has such power and such energy. Now, if you are not able to chant, at least listen to the Chandi chanting on Nityananda TV. Every day at 6 a.m., we start the rituals for that day and we do an elaborate Chandi Homa every day. So just turn on the Nityananda TV and let that sound vibrations of Chandi fill your house, fill your family. That itself will lead you to enlightenment and bring such auspiciousness in your family. Now, how do we worship Devi Parashakti? All the life energies put together is Parashati. Now, sit with this one powerful cognition when you watch the Chandi Homa being performed. Let Devi Parashakti manifest in me and awaken all my life energies. Sit and connect in oneness with Devi. In Swamiji's own words, his experience, he says, I am chanting Chandi from the time I remember me. Maybe at the age of 2 or 3, I heard Chandi being chanted and then started chanting. First listening and then chanting. It is something extraordinary to awaken all the life energies in you. In Swamiji's own words, he says, I personally performed the Chandi Homa in the year 2000. This is right after the avataric mission got revealed to Swamiji. Swamiji personally sat and conducted the whole Chandi Homa. This is the first public ritual conducted after Swamiji's avataric mission got revealed to Swamiji. After that experience happened, the first public function, the first ritual, the first puja, the first worship Swamiji did publicly was Chandi Homa. So, and in that Chandi Homa, Devi herself appeared and accepted the Purnahuti. I'm going to show some of the pictures of Swamiji offering and performing that Chandi Homa. Here you can see the humble beginnings of Kailasa, just with a mud pot and hardly anybody to even assist. Swamiji himself arranged all the items for the Chandi Homa and he himself sat and performed the entire Chandi Homa, which is a few hours ritual. You can see here. And in the fire, you can actually see that the form of Devi Parashakti, I hope all of you are able to see, the form of Devi Parashakti appeared in the fire. And Devi, well, Devi is sitting and doing the Chandi, and Devi is accepting the offering made by herself to herself. So you can see Devi appearing in the sacred Homagni, accepting the offering. Now, many of us have heard about Chandi Homa. What is really Chandi, right? Now, in the Devi Mahatmya, it says, Devi Chandi is nothing but it's a Devi Mahatmyam, the glory of Devi Parashakti, and it is very famously known as Chandi. It forms the chapters 81 through 93 of the Markandeya Purana. The sage Markandeya relates to his disciple Kraustruki Bhaguri the origin of the universe through the various ages. So what is really Chandi, right? That 700 verses, what is really told? A quick introduction. So the Chandi it's actually a narration of a certain storyline. So it starts with, Chandi begins with King Suratha being plunged into an existential crisis after losing his kingdom in the battle. A wise and a just ruler, Suratha discovers that even his trusted ministers have turned against him, and on the pretext of going hunting, he mounts his horse and flees for his life. Now, after riding for some time into a dense forest, he comes into an ashram of a holy man named Medas. This forest retreat is a place of great calm and natural beauty, where even the ordinarily ferocious tiger abides peacefully with the gentle deer. Yet, Suratha knows no peace. His mind churns in the agony at the thought of everything he has lost. His kingdom with its riches and privilege, the loyalty of his subjects, the glory of power. These thoughts torment him ceaselessly. One day, another visitor arrives. His name is Samadhi, and he is every bit as despondent as the king. Now, once a prosperous merchant, he has been cast out by his wife and sons, who seized his wealth out of greed. He is deeply hurt by their betrayal and cannot understand it, being himself a man of good character. Most of all, he cannot understand why he still feels love for those who caused his deep humiliation and pain. And so, the king and the merchant approach Medas, the seer, and ask why they are so miserable. Surely, as men of knowledge, they ought to know better, but they are deeply perplexed. Medas explains that what the king means by knowledge is only experience of the objective world. Through the senses, men, birds, beasts alike share such a knowledge. Each species, according to their own capacity, such knowledge is relative. In every way, the knowledge through the senses is conditioned by time and space, and we are constantly deceived. Medas explains further that the animals act out of instinct, but humans have an added capacity to reason and make choices, although such choices are most often driven by self-interest and expectation of results. If even our simple sense perceptions are so misleading, how much more confounded are we by the added factors of reason, will, memory, emotion, expectation? The operative principle here is nothing in this world is as it seems to be. Not only are the king and the merchant perplexed, Medas explains everyone is, because even the wise are thrown into the whirlpool of delusion by the blessed goddess Mahamaya. Who is this Mahamaya? The king asks. What is it? Whatever there is to know about her, all that I wish to learn. So we arrive now at the heart of Chandi. The story of a king, merchant, and the seer act as a frame that encloses three additional stories which Medas relates to instruct his two disciples. Each story is an account of the Divine Mother's fierce, bloody battles with demons, representing our ego, will arrogance, negative thought currents, incompletions, and SDHDs. So now the story continues, and the next is actually a story of Vishnu is in Yoga Nidra, and from the navel of Vishnu is a lotus, and Lord Brahma is sitting on that. From the wax of from the ears of Vishnu, two demons come into existence, Madhu and Kaitaba. Now these demons try to attack Brahma, and Lord Brahma is trying to wake up Vishnu. And Vishnu is in Yoga Nidra. So Brahma prays to Devi Mahamaya, and with the help of Mahamaya, Vishnu comes out of the Yoga Nidra and he wages a war against Madhu and Kaitaba. And this war goes on for a long time. So these demons think, see, even Vishnu is not able to kill us. So they fall into the delusion. And with the help of Mahamaya, Vishnu conquers and kills those two demons. Now, who are these two demons, Madhu and Kaitaba? These demons represent the negative thought currents, the negativity that we have in us. Violence, anger, passion, lust, arrogance, pride, all these, the negative thought currents, the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, all these negative thought currents are represented as demons. And in Chandi, how Devi, Parashakti in the form of Durga, wins over all our negative thought currents, all our self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, all our incompletions, and how she wins the war for us to realize our true self. That is really what is Chandi is about. Then the next story is that of a buffalo demon named Mahishasura, and with all the effulgence, the supernal effulgence of all the deities come together. So the light from Paramashiva, then Vishnu, from Brahma, from all the Devas, Indra, Varuna, Agni, all their supernal effulgences come together and merge into a beautiful form, which is what we call as Devi Durga. So Devi Durga then fights against the demon called Mahishasura. He is an ill-tempered buffalo demon. Here buffalo means the will persistence of our incompletions, right? The will arrogance of our incompletions, something that does not allow us to complete, and they continue to exist and they show as if they have great power, right? They make us feel powerless. The ego or the arrogance or the incompletions that we have sometimes appear so strong. That is what is represented by the buffalo demon Mahishasura. And Devi wages the war and kills Mahishasura. And after he is slain, the gods celebrate Durga's triumph over Mahishasura. And that triumph, see, Devi Durga's triumph over these evil forces, which are nothing but our own thought currents, that is what we celebrate today as Vijayadashami. Then the last part of it comes the story of two brothers, Shumbha and Nishumbha. Shumbha and Nishumba have captured Swarga, they have dispossessed the gods, stripped them of their powers, and they have accumulated huge wealth. One day, the servants of Shumbha and Nishumba, they are roaming around in the Himalayas, and they see a beautiful woman, which is nothing but, who is nothing but Devi Parashakti. So they run to their master, Shumbha and Nishumba, and they say, you have to marry that woman. You have all the riches, you have all the authority in the world, but you are incomplete unless you marry that woman. So now the Shumbha, the king, orders his messenger to go and bring her. And then Devi says that I have taken a vow that whoever I marry, I have to win them over in the battle. They have to win me, they have to wage a war with me, only then I can marry them. So then Shumbha and Nishumba send their forces. First he sends one force with a huge army. Devi defeats him very easily. Then he sends Shumbha and Chanda and Munda, and Devi defeats them. And finally Shumbha and Nishumba arrive and Devi defeats them as well. Here Shumbha represents ego. So, and Nishumba represents attachment, which always comes along with it. So by winning over Shumbha and Nishumba, Devi overcomes and kills our ego and arrogance and blesses us with enlightenment. So this is what is mentioned in the shlokas of Chandi, the different stories. And then finally, the Medas, when he is narrating the story, the sage Medas then narrates how the gods again praised Devi Parashakti. And Medas tells these, when he is narrating, after finishing the narration of these stories, he sends the king and the businessman. He says, okay, go to the banks of a river and do worship Devi Parashakti. So they worship her. Devi Parashakti appears and asks, "What boon would you like to have?" And then king says, "I want my kingdom back." And this merchant, businessman says, "I want the ultimate knowledge." So Devi blesses each of them with what they asked. That is why Devi Parashati Chandi is called Bhukti Mukti Pradayini, bestower of worldly enjoyment and liberation. Whatever you want, she will bless you with that. And then we move to the final segment where Devi herself says, extols the greatness and the significance of the Chandi chanting. Devi says, "Whoever with a concentrated mind shall pray to me constantly with these hymns, I shall without doubt put down every trouble of his." And she says, "And those who shall listen with devotion to this sublime poem on my greatness on the 8th, 14th, and the 9th nights of the fortnight, with concentrated mind to them, nothing wrong shall happen, nor calamities that arise from wrongdoings, nor poverty, and never separation from beloved ones. He shall not experience fear from enemies, or from robbers or kings, or from weapon, fire, and flood." And Devi says, "May this poem of my glories quell all epidemic calamities." She says, every epidemic calamity. So today we have the COVID epidemic. That time itself, Devi has given the solution. That Chandi is the solution for the epidemic calamities. And she also says, "The place of my sanctuary, where this poem is duly chanted every day, I will never forsake, and there my presence is certain." So here Devi, in Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Pita, every day we perform the Chandi Homa. I do not know any other place in the planet Earth where they do every day. Maybe there is not. But we know for sure in Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Pita, every day Chandi Homa is performed. And here Devi says, "I will never forsake, and there my presence is certain." So she reassures that she is constantly there wherever the Chandi Homa is performed every day. And she specifically mentions about the significance of worship during Navratri. She says, during the autumnal season, where the great annual worship is performed, the man hearing the glorification of mine with devotion shall certainly, through my grace, be delivered without doubt from all troubles and be blessed with riches, grain, and children. So that is what Devi says. And she says, "Hearing this glorification and auspicious appearances of mine and my feats of prowess and battle, a man becomes fearless. Enemies perish, wealth accrues, and the family rejoices for those who listen to this glorification of mine. It creates peacefulness in children, possessed by the seizures of children like evil spirits, and it is the best promoter of friendship among men when split occurs in their union. It diminishes most effectively the power of men of evil ways. When praised and worshipped with flowers, incense, perfumes, etc., she bestows wealth and sons and a mind bent on righteousness and prosperous life." So we are in this auspicious time of Navaratri, where Devi Parashakti's presence is so available for us. And we are in this time where during this most auspicious Navaratri time, Swamiji himself, he is performing these rituals. He is performing a very grand Chandi Homa. Today, many of you may have watched at the time of the satsang, the final offering, the ahutis that are being offered. So every day of these 9 days is considered very, very auspicious for us to connect with Devi Parashakti. So we have every day a specific purpose, a specific context, a specific form of Devi to whom we offer the worship. And every day we have a Chandi Homa being performed. And currently we have the Venkateshwara Brahmotsava also happening alongside Navaratri. So we have the Chandi Homa happening, the Devi Abhishekam happening, and you have an opportunity to offer the clothes, the Vastra Seva to Devi, to Venkateshwara, and Alankara to Devi and Venkateshwara, Archana to Devi, and Pratyaksha Padapuja to Swamiji on the day of Vijayadasami, and Sahasra Naivedya Seva, where 1008 food offerings are offered to Swamiji. And all these as a sponsor for one day of Navaratri festivities. It is 10,000 US dollars, and you will be the Maha Yajamana for that day. And I now invite Ma Prabha Swami to explain the significance of each day of the Navaratri. Ma Prabha Swami, are you able to unmute yourself?
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, ma'am. Nityanandam, everyone. Welcome. Yes. So, I'm going to explain what is happening in Adi Kailash with direct guidance of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashiva, which is our beloved Swamiji. He's, as we know, he takes care to the minute detail that's happening here. Now, Swamiji is really putting the whole resources, all the sannyasis here, Kailashans here, everybody, the female campus, male campus, everybody focusing on Navaratri celebration, preparing for Chandi Homa. And we all know when Swamiji does anything, not a minute, not a single penny he will waste. He will only use for the best. His taste is very simple, only the best. So what Swamiji is preparing us for, I just want to highlight this. In Adi Kailash, during this very auspicious period, not just one Chandi Homa is taking place in the Golden Temple, Nityanandeshwara Parameshwara Devalayam, but also taking another Chandi Homa, two Chandi Homas taking place in the same Chetra. Another one, if all of you who've been to Adi Kailash, especially who have done yoga, you know, the very spot where Swamiji's living space, the Anandapuri itself, Swamiji have guided us to have the Chandi Homa in Anandapuri itself and guess the spot, exact spot where it is happening. Specific guidance where the Homa Kund should be built. Yes, the Homa Kund is going to be the very spot where Swamiji's swing used to be, where Swamiji spent all his time with his Balasan, with his devotees, with his disciples, with his sannyasi, where he prepared all the Aushadas, gave third eye awakening initiations, everything. That very spot, Swamiji have guided us to have Chandi Homa for this Navaratri in that very spot. So in Adi Kailash, we are celebrating Navaratri in such grand way. With this current situation with COVID-19, campus is not open to public, but we are still doing grandly because Swamiji is very clear. He has done this before and he has explained this to us. In the temple, if you could visualize it, where we have Rajarajeshwari sitting position 11 feet. If she stands up, probably she's 21 feet height, right? And in front of her, all other devatas being arranged. And I was very clear in year 2005, we had a training in Krishnalaya. Swamiji invoked all these gods and goddesses to come down. As Paramashiva, as Mahadeva, he not just said, please come. He said, I am demanding all of you to be here now. That was the end. Obviously, I didn't understand because I didn't understand Sanskrit. But those who understood Sanskrit, they were like perplexed, they were surprised. God, the mantra is changed. Swamiji literally instructed all the gods and goddesses to come down. So that is what happening here in Adi Kailash during this Navaratri, because this is not only just going to benefit the people who's living in this Chaitra, but Swamiji is doing this for all of us, for the whole humanity, especially his close disciples, devotees. As Swamiji said, I've happened for every single one of you, every single one of us. And we know, worshipping Divine Mother, she's ultimate compassion, she'll just shower. And Swamiji knows the best. As he always says, I am standing on the 10th story. If you're in the first floor, I'm on the 10th floor. I'm able to see further. So with this, Swamiji is really, really, really emphasizing on this celebration of Navaratri, and it's a grand celebration. I'll do live coverage. We are buying like 20 kilos of bananas, fruits, different fruits, lemons, garlands. We are making it here in-house. We are buying bags and bags, gunny bags of flowers. I've taken the pictures. I will share soon. But right now, what I'm going to share is the significance. Each day out of 9 days, we have dedicated every single day to one Divine Mother, right? I think this is the old slide, Swami. I have to refresh it. So every single day is being dedicated to one Divine Mother, and every Divine Mother has quality of cognition is an established quality of showering her divine grace on us. Isn't it? Okay, I'm going to share the screen now. And it is not hardware. It is not hardware. Okay, I need to be able to share screen, Swami. That you can change.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead. You're muted.
Okay, am I?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so I just want to say how we just celebrated first day of Navaratri, invoking Divine Mother in the form of fire, Agni, and that day we celebrated for Devi Rajarajeshwari. Now we are going to go to the second day. Second day is super, 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 super special for us devotees and disciples of Swamiji, because the second day is dedicated to Devi Meenakshi. Today we will be celebrating, which is tomorrow, for those who are in North America, we will be dedicating to Divine Mother Meenakshi. Her presence, her grace is going to be there for us. So she removes all the fear from us, whether fear from robberies or higher, like a king's, or anything to do with fear, with fire, weapons, flood. Anything also to do with evil possession, something called black magic, kids not well. And also again and again I mentioned Meenakshi will simply remove fear of enemies. You can just worship her tomorrow, and anybody you think, oh God, it's a problem in my life, work, school, anything, the enemies who's constantly giving you trouble, just simple prayers, or as Jnanatma Swami say, even if you don't know how to chant, just sit there during the chanting, during in the presence of Swamiji, just listen to that chanting. We will definitely is a time tested, foolproof, um, from the oldest Vedic tradition. Definitely we will benefit out of this. Next, on October 19 will be the third day of Navaratri. Navaratri of the third day is we are going to invoke Divine Mother Kamakshi Devi. Kamakshi Devi is very, very, very known for healing the relationship. Anything that to do with relationship, whether mother, children, mother and child, or spouse, husband and wife, any relationship, or even friendship, relationship at work, any relationship, it's a beautifully will be healed seamlessly. We don't even know. Suddenly you feel like everything going so beautiful, flowery. That is the power of all this Vedic tradition, this mantras that we are chanting. When we are chanting the mantra, we are actually chanting the divine quality of Divine Mother, which will be the same quality of us. Swamiji kept telling, you are divine being. Here, when we sit with that oneness, we imbibe that divine quality. There's such deep significance all with all this chanting. So, Divine Mother Kamakshi, by worshipping her, you'll have healing relationship. You'll all heal from many. I've lost the loved ones in completion with that. All that will be healed beautifully without any scar in us. And also, we will avoid anything that is something bad that is coming in your life that you're not even aware. We can avoid all those things. Devi will protect us from that. Divine Mother also will remove all the poverty, anything to do with separation from loved ones. It's beautifully everything to do with relationship, completion, and also Divine Mother protects us from others whose you feel not safe. It is such a blessing for us to have this such celebration, such not just a celebration, it's applied science. I want to say it's a living truth. With Swamiji is there, we know it is for sure, it's authentic. The day for October 20th is dedicated to Divine Mother Annapurneshwari. Annapurneshwari. If those who do not know, we do have her in our Annamandir, where you can also find her, if you go to Varanasi, Divine Mother of Annapurneshwari, who heals the health problem, healing from anything to do with nourishment, any allergy issues, anything to do with food. And Divine Mother Annapurneshwari is who we should worship, and she will be worshipped on the day 4th of Navaratri. She is a giver. She just gives. She just never makes sure nobody goes feeling hungry. That's how we practice as part of our Sangha. Feeding is our spiritual practice. Offering food is spiritual practice in our Sangha. Anybody who walks into our Sangha should not walk out feeling hungry. That's a very clear statement Swamiji have told us many times. Anybody, even if we are a center, Paduka Mandir temple, make sure nobody, if they come, walk out without having little water or walk out feeling hungry. This is Swamiji's very own teaching. So, and also Annapurneshwari, being such a giver and protecting all of us, she blesses us if you have any business which you want to expand internationally, globally. Then beautifully we have Divine Mother Annapurneshwari to shower her grace on us, and also she again protects us from any sudden death like accident or suicides. How powerful it is, very tradition, right? Yes. Next, we're gonna on the day 5th, on 21st of October, we're going to worship Devi Vishalakshi. If you always feel, I would like to be a leader, I want to be part of the Kailasa administrator, but I am not, I don't think I'm a good leader, and I want to hold the space for the Sangha, then this Devi Vishalakshi. Protection from uncertain future that we not know. You feel like, oh God, uncertainty, and also again from any sudden death and business expansion. Vishalakshi is the Divine Mother to worship. And here's a unique Divine Mother, Shyama Tirukolam, October 22nd. Shyama Tirukolam, Divine Mother, is Devi, is
Shayana
known
Tirukolam.
for Shyana
Shayana
Tirukolam,
Tirukolam.
sorry.
Shayana means like
Shyana
lying down, sleeping.
Sayana Trikolam, yes. Shayana Trikolam. Sayana Trikolam is a divine mother who's in the posture of lying down. This is the best I could find right now, the image. But she's like, yes, lying down. That is why we're calling her Shayana Trikolam. Anything to do with mental disorder, healing, suicidal thoughts, removing ill effects or bad dreams, negative influence of the planetary positioning is worshipping Divine Mother Shayana Trikolam, which happens on the 22nd day, day 6. And all of us know Devi Lakshmi. I think everybody can give a description for Devi Lakshmi. She is the mother of abundance, wealth, protecting us from any loss of wealth, anything to do with our income, whether business or career. She gives us welfare and family rejoices, worldly pleasures. She grants worldly pleasure and perish any enemies. Devi Durga. Okay, Divine Mother Durga, she protects from, again, like how the person we explained, coronavirus, protection from untimely dangers, from enemies, anything to do. She will become in the form of ferociousness and protect all of us. Success of litigation, any legal issue, here, worship Devi Durga, any black magic removal, everything that to do with evil spirits and everything, we can just simply worship Devi Durga. She will protect us and shower us with her grace and love. Devi Saraswati on the day 25th. She showers, we know, Devi Saraswati, who gives wisdom, knowledge. Anything, anytime, when you want to go for exam, anything, she always prayed to Devi Saraswati or Lord Ganesha. Swamiji says his tongue is laid Saraswati, right? So we can worship Devi Saraswati and becomes Siddha, enlightened. After that, also attains moksha. Last day of the Navaratri, we call it Vijayadashami. The Vijayadashami is the day where Divine Mother wins ultimate victory. So in this day, very special for us, Swamiji comes in person and accepts offering of Pratiksha Pada Puja. We offer our love and gratitude to Swamiji on this day, offering all our negativity, all our patterns, and just being in a pure space of devotion, love, and gratitude to Swamiji on this day. And on this very day, we will be offering 1008 offerings of Naivedyam. On this day, also, actually, along with this Navaratri, we are also celebrating Brahmotsavam, Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam. So both grace from Lord Venkateshwara and Divine Mother will happen on birthdays during this period. So here is it. I would like to conclude here. These are the things, and I would like to all of us definitely please make sure to take part, because participate in it. This will not repeat. This is what happened. Next year may come, but it will never be the same. 2020 Pralaya time, during this Navaratri, Chaturmasya, it is too auspicious.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mahaprabha Swami. And I would just like to present about, what is so auspicious and right about this time, right? This is the time of Kala Sarpa. Now, what does this Kala Sarpa mean, right? So, Kala Sarpa started with the solar eclipse, which is on the 21st of June, and it is going to end on the 14th of December. So, the 14th of December is the total solar eclipse, and during this time, all the planets are locked between the two planets, Rahu and Ketu. This particular alignment happens once in 5,000 years. Now, if you hold on to Paramashiva Guru with powerful cognitions, rejuvenation, Kala Sarpa Yoga will happen for you. If you hold on only to outer world things, then the delusion, the destruction will happen for us. So all our efforts to enlightenment during this time will bring 1,000 times more intensity and result for us. Now, according to the Vedas, there are 84 lakh, means 8.4 million species of life. A soul has to cross through all these 8.4 million lives before it is born as a human. And after it is born as a human, it takes through hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions of life as a human before it is ready for the ultimate liberation. So human life is the ultimate gift. And more rarer than the human body is having Avatar, Paramashiva, Parashakti herself as our Guru, our Master. Now, in this precious birth, at this most precious time of Kala Sarpa Yoga, offering and praying to Devi Parashakti during the Navaratri is once in a lifetime opportunity. One of the most beautiful cosmic happening, the beautiful flow of life, energy is happening. All our efforts towards enlightenment will bring 1,000 times more intensity and result now. So let us spend the maximum time and energy towards enlightenment and minimum on the worldly activities. Do everything towards enlightenment, especially till December 14th. The whole energy of the cosmos currently is focused towards enlightenment. And literally, the pralaya, the dissolution is happening. The new world order will evolve in a few years. Literally, the whole world is currently resetting itself. New superconscious world is going to evolve. Consciously prepare yourself for the new world order. Build your body, mind, and consciousness intensely. Spend the maximum time, energy intensely towards enlightenment. Do everything for enlightenment. Post-corona will be a superconscious centered new world order. So I would like to invite everyone to take utilization of the opportunity and offer the Chandi Homa, which is coming up every day. Only these, now we have out of the 10 days that we are offering, 1 day is over. So we have the remaining 9 days. You can choose any particular day, any which day that you want to offer, you can choose that day and become the Maha Yajamana. Means you offer all the, you sponsor for all the rituals and pujas happening on that particular day, or you can offer only the Chandi Homa, or you can offer any of these individual offerings as well. Okay, now let me also share with you why these offerings, right? Now, all of you should also know, anybody, any Kailasian, any citizen of Kailasa, by just offering $1, just $1, can offer your names. The Sankalpa chanting can happen. You just pay $1 and the Sankalpa chanting will happen on your name. So if you're not able to do any of these offerings, just pay $1 as a Guru Kanike, and the name for each name that you want to be chanted, just $1 per name, and the name will be chanted in the puja for the Sankalpa during the conscious resolution, conscious intention time. Now, this main puja that we are having, the main Ejamana, where you pay $10,000 to be the main Ejamana, the Maha Ejamana, or $5,000 for Chandi Homa. Why is that amount? I really want to explain the context of this. Okay. Now, Kalidasa. Kalidasa was a stupid, okay? And by the grace of Kali, Devi Parashakti, he became one of the greatest poets, Sanatana Hindu Dharma has ever seen. That is Kalidasa. Now, when there is a point in his life where he goes to Devi and prays, please make me intelligent, please make me intelligent. And he goes and strikes his head against the temple pillar. And she strikes and strikes, and you have come and make me intelligent now. And then Devi Parashakti appears and pulls his tongue and writes on her tongue. And then he just becomes the greatest poet. He just starts singing in Sanskrit and he becomes the greatest poet. Now, what we can learn from this story, right? Devi is sadistic. She wants you to hit yourself and bleed. Only then she will come. No. Devi, only you have to be intense in anything you are doing. Once the intensity is awakened in you, then Swamiji will shower experience, enlightenment to you this moment. The only gap between you and your enlightenment is intensity. How does intensity gets built? Intensity gets built by tapas. With tapas, intensity gets built. With intensity, you manifest what you want. Now, Swamiji is offering this Maha Chandi Homa for the benefit of the whole cosmos, not just planet Earth, for the benefits of the beings of the whole cosmos. Paramashiva, who has landed on the planet Earth, is offering this Chandi Homa. Now, by awakening that intensity in us, we can get the maximum. You can get the maximum to manifest what you want in your life. How do you get that maximum? By awakening that intensity. Intensity gets awakened by tapas. That is why in Hinduism, if you see, anybody who has achieved or gotten any power, always they will do tapas. Tapas is told as the way to experience what you want. Why? Because tapas awakens intensity. Now in Kali Yuga, Swamiji has made tapas. He is doing the tapas for us. And he is saying, you just offer the effects of your work, right? The time that you have put for your generating the wealth, you offer that. I will take it as your tapas and I will shower the booms. I will shower the blessings on you. Because currently we are putting our effort, our time, our life in generating money, wealth for ourselves. And you would have kept that wealth for maybe a future saving, for investment, for buying some things. Now, when you renounce that, saying, okay, now this $10,000 I kept for my son or for my daughter or for my future or for buying this or for buying that. I wanted to buy this. I wanted to buy, invest in a car. I want to invest in a house. Whatever. You are doing the tyaga of that. That is the tapas. And offering it towards Chandi Homa. When you do that, the intensity gets awakened in you. Only with intensity, the master, Swamiji, can transmit experience to you. Swamiji is not looking for your wealth. It is not for wealth. It is for you to awaken that intensity. From my own personal experience, I can say so many thousands have attended Inner Awakening. On the first day of Inner Awakening, by the time they come and sit in the hall in front of Swamiji, that intensity is awakened. Because the very process to register and come for Inner Awakening, they go through so many obstacles and they overcome that. In that process, intensity gets awakened. So now, by doing the tyaga of this currency that you have, which you would have kept for a certain purpose, that is the tyaga. That tyaga is considered as a tapas, and that tapas awakens your intensity, and that Swamiji can easily relate that intensity, can shower that experience to you. Okay, he doesn't need anything. Kailasa is not looking for to make money out of this time. No, Swamiji wants to shower. He's a cosmic mother. He's waiting to shower all of us. He just wants the intensity. Okay, so tapas. And recently in the satsang, Swamiji gave a beautiful reference to tapas. Right, I'm going to read that verse. He told all of us to write it 108 times. He says, tapaso hi param nasti, tapasa vindate mahate. Tapasa kshiyate papam, mohate saha deivataihi. Tapasa prapyate swargaha, tapasa prapyate yashaha. Tapasa sarvamapnoti, tapasa vindate param. So Agni Bhagavan says, there is nothing higher than tapas. Through tapas, great achievements are manifested. Through tapas, the papas, the sins gets completed. Through tapas, one becomes one with the gods. Through tapas, a heaven is achieved. Through tapas, fame, glory, and grace are achieved. Through tapas, everything is attained. Through tapas, the supreme highest state of Brahman is achieved. Tapasa hi param nasti, tapasa vindate mahat, tapasa kshiyate papam, tapasa saha devataihi, tapasa prapyate swargaha, tapasa prapyate yashaha, tapasa sarvamapnoti, tapasa vindate param. So only you need to awaken that intensity. So when you offer, when you decide to become a Maha Yajamana, you are deciding to intensify your tapas. The intensity in you increases. That is all it is, right? When you're doing the tyaga of something, when the tyaga happens in you, the tapas gets awakened. With tapas, the intensity gets awakened. It is the channel for you to receive the transmission. See, Swamiji is like a radio. He's transmitting that enlightenment experience, but you need to tune into that frequency. That frequency you are able to tune in with intensity, and with tapas, the intensity gets built. With tyaga, the tapas, with tyaga and tapas, the intensity gets built. So the offering that you're doing is for you to intensify your intensity so that you can receive. These 9 days are the most auspicious. Nobody should miss these 9 days. I invite each and every one of you, if you can become the Maha Yajmana, let you receive the blessings, biggest blessings, and you can become a Maha Yajmana, or you can offer the Chandi Homa or any of these offerings as well. The Maha Yajmana includes everything, the whole day package, and you can choose which any one day that you want to become the Maha Yajmana for. So I would, we have put the link in the chat. So whoever would like to sign up, please go ahead and sign up. And we are going to do a quick manifestation exercise. So we are going to just quickly manifest whatever you want to manifest during this Navaratri. By doing this offering, you want to manifest health or wealth or relationships, whatever you want to manifest. We are going to do a very quick manifestation. Yes. Thank you, Mahaprabha Swami. So the link is projected on the screen. You can go ahead and choose which day you want to offer the Homa. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes and then we will enter into the manifestation. Okay, where you will sit and you will intensely create the space that you are receiving the blessings of Devi Parashakti, and through her blessings, manifesting what you want in your life. Okay, we will do a quick manifestation. I'll give you a couple of minutes to quickly fill the form. And then we will enter into the manifestation. And with that, we will come to the conclusion of this session. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. We'll be taking your questions.
Nityananda Shivanarayani Nityanarayani Devi Nityama Devi Saraswati Ma Devi Durga Bhavani Ma Mata Maheshwari Mangalaharini Nitya Nityeshwari Durga Bhavani Devi Nityama Devi Saraswati Ma Devi Durga Bhavani.
Yes. So with this, we come to the conclusion of this session. I hope it was informative and useful for everyone. We'll be concluding this session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam.